17 on the...
Either that or I was right tight on the rocks there. There's fish. Oh, you
Right there.
There he is. Oh, it's my sucker, I think, floating down. Okay, still see it. He just whammed.
Day in the city and you drive around, it takes forever to get anywhere.
Especially at Christmas, you're fucking, it's just people.
And then depending on where you end up, like, there's a fish. That? Well, it's windy, it's cold, it's miserable. And Dave earlier missed one on the hook set on the sucker, so we're trying to troll it out. We're gonna have to give Dave a quick hand here. We'll be right back.
And as always, little fish doing little fish things.
Always a little bit smaller even than we thought. But
oh yeah.
That's a November 17th fish. And he hit the jointed matlock and sunset jailbird.
Shocker.
So we'll take it. Let him go. And I got the net buddy in here on, I actually just used one of the rail mounts and I just bolted it to the side of my tinner. I know Matt has a mount available, but it didn't quite fit my application, so I just bolted it in.
And for the amount of time we spend in this thing, it don't matter.
But that was invaluable right there,
right
having
there.
it in the net because the fish was hooked pretty bad, so that was good. All right, let's get reset and finish up our day. Into elevator shaft.
Fish?
Yeah, it's a fish. But he pulled some drag. Oh, I got color. Another little guy. Got it. Okay, we got another little guy.
Glenn's saving the day here.
Well, Duff is actually.
Oh, there's that. A little bit thicker. This one actually might be 38.
Let's just measure them out of here, Dave.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
Too many hooks in here.
Yeah, I concur. Yeah, a little bit nicer. Oh yeah. 36.7.
All right, so there's another one on the jointed supernatural. And we're gonna finish these 2 islands off. We're pretty much running out of daylight.
Yeah, let's go.
We salvaged the day. Cheers, guys. Welcome back to the cave. I know we haven't been in the cave here since we started doing what's our kind of end of season fall musky hunt vlog. But this may well be the last couple fish that we get this year. I'll be out next weekend helping my brother-in-law Richard close up his cabin and put his dock away, etc., etc. So we'll probably get a little bit of time on Eagle Lake. But after that, it looks like things are really going to take a turn for the, getting cold up here. We are hoping that we could maybe do that November 30th, December 1st weekend, which would be unprecedented for us up here, but it just doesn't look like that's going to pan out. So I just wanted to touch on a couple things, guys, that sometimes gets forgotten in musky fishing and in boating in general. And right here, safety above everything, guys. And it doesn't matter if it's the middle of July or if it's the end of October or the middle of November. If you fall out of the boat and you're not a comfortable swimmer, stuff's going to happen. And then you add in the cold water. Dave and I were in 42 to 43 degree water. I would consider Dave and I both extremely good swimmers. But in that cold of water, you don't have a lot of time to get to somewhere warm. And you can see in the video, Dave and I are both wearing our full floater suits. We've talked about it a little bit in a few of our videos. We don't have our inflatable life jackets on over top of that because those are floaters, but we do have life jackets in the boat. So if one guy was to fall in, we could throw him a life jacket, the floater suit, a life jacket. You have to take all the precautions. We have a rope available in the boat, in that boating safety kit, as well as some other ropes, because let's face it, if Dave or I were to fall in, especially in my little tinner, I can't pull him in, he can't pull me in. We literally got to drag you to shore. So guys, you have to be so careful fishing in the fall. Let's just practice safety, guys. It's such an easy thing to do, and we always forget. But for us in the fall, there was just no exceptions. We put safety above everything else. As we get close to wrapping up what's probably going to be one of our very last videos, we do have some really cool things coming for you guys. Dave and I are going to do a video where we're going to kind of wrap up and look at our season and where things went right, where things went wrong, and just make some observations, some confessions, some recommendations to ourselves, to others. So look for that one, hopefully before the end of the season. And as always, we got a couple other cool things coming for you guys. But to wrap this one up, I caught on the jointed matlock, 10-inch matlock in Sunset Jailbird that duffed it up for me. It says 54 bust. I'm pretty sure this is one of one. It's caught 3 or 4 fish for me this year. No surprise, we love the supernaturals. Duff's been great to us, and his baits just produce for us. So it's hard not to use one of his. Today, I had it in the middle hole. So I was running 54 feet of line plus a leader, and I was getting down, 14, 15, 16 feet, depending on, how quick we were going. A lot of times I like to run it in the shallow hole. It gives it more of that classic wander and more of that real heavy roll. But because we're trying to get down a little deeper to where these fish were sitting, I moved it back one hole. So that's how we like to run that. And we've had such awesome success with the jointed that, it's hard to argue that. One other quick thing I want to touch on, because I've got a couple questions about it. And we've ran the Net Buddy net system now for 2 full seasons. We were one of the first ones to have the yoke integrated with the puck, and very thankful for Matt for, you know, allowing us to kind of test that for him and work with him on kind of getting that, you know, where it is today. And one of the first nets that we had a round fiberglass handle, and you see in the fall series, Dave and I are using that net, slightly different hoop profile than the stock net, which has the octagon shaped aluminum handle and a slightly wider hoop to it. And the reason we do that in the fall is because that fiberglass is not as cold on the hands. It's got a little bit of give to it. And for us, it's one of those security blankets that there's a little bit of give to the handle. So if you lean it on the side of the boat, and when you're grabbing it with small gloves like we're using, or if you take your gloves off to actually net the fish, or something happens while you're reeling it in and you have to grab the net, it's just a little bit nicer on the hands. We're lucky that we have both. I know most of you that have the Net Buddy comes with that octagon shaped handle, but I do know that Matt's got some of the old yokes for the round handle. So I don't know if that's something that he could maybe make available. Again, Matt, if you're listening, maybe we'll talk about that, because I do think that round fiberglass handle in the fall is a really cool option. As always, guys, I truly appreciate every single one of you guys that watch and tune in and offer all your support. We couldn't do what we do without you guys. We enjoy doing this, and we enjoy trying to get these videos out in the fall as quick as they happen, so that you guys are kind of seeing what we're doing in almost real time. So check out the video right here where we had one of our best days from a couple years ago, again in our fall musky hunt. And for now, I don't know if we'll be back right away or we'll be back in a little bit, but 54 buses out of here. We'll catch you guys out on the water or the ice later.